Well, it's finally here. What's going on YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back for another Cities Skylines video. And this one we're actually going to cover green cities, what's in it, and how you can use it. Pretty much to sum it up. So, we're on the home screen. We have the little pop-up message that comes on. I was actually very excited to see this. But enough about that. Let's get into it and see what it's all about. So this first card, it's got the noise pollution overhaul. So noise pollution used to depend on road type, but now it's caused by vehicles. You may see slight changes in your cities. Essentially, now what they're saying is now vehicles cause noise pollution. So if you have residential areas on a high volume street, especially low density residential, those folks are going to possibly complain, to say the least. Next, we have new parks, trees, and props. New cars have arrived. As technology has advanced, your citizens can now have electric cars. Keep an eye on new vehicles. They also produce less noise pollution. So this little car that you see here, the little blue car, that's one of those electric cars. So those are the ones you should look out for, amongst a couple of other ones, of course. Check out the new parks, new tree types, and fancy floating buildings to make your city feel more alive. Really cool. I'm really excited about this, and I can't wait to actually hop into the game and show you guys what's going on with that. We do have a mega menu and a tree brush. Out of these two, I'm more excited about the tree brush than the mega menu. You guys have seen my most of you guys have seen my Let's Play series, and the most recent one that I did, that map was full of trees. It took me, I want to say, about 2 hours to remove all the trees. Actually, I didn't even get them all. There's still some trees there underwater where I terraformed. So with this brush, you can now easily place trees or remove trees within the radius that you select. Really cool. I'll show you guys how to use it. And the mega menu, that's actually better shown than explained. So we'll touch on that once we get into the game. Info views, improvements. The inspector tool is now available in the info view mode. Use it to easily inspect buildings, vehicles, citizens, and districts. I'll show you guys that as well, even though that's really not a big deal to me. And the new traffic routes info view mode shows not just traffic routes, but lets you change lights at junctions and make road adjustments. I think I know what they mean with this. I'll touch on this a little bit once we actually get into the game. Updated load save screens. This is actually kind of cool. A lot of you guys were having issues when this DLC first came out, or actually the pre-DLC update that came out. You guys were having issues loading this game. There's actually a very simple fix to it. All you got to do is open up your city. Once it comes up with the little note that says, hey, you're going bankrupt, blah blah blah, go ahead and hit OK, save it, actually save the game, and then go and load up the game. It's going to pop up with the load game menu, at which point you can select unlimited money again, unlimited soil, unlimited ore, and oil, and you can also use the unlock all milestones. So it's kind of cool. It's a little bit different. I'll show you guys what that is and how it works. We do have a new monument and unique building. So as you can see, these three here, I don't know the exact names of them, but actually the last one I don't even think I have unlocked. If you have to unlock it, I don't have it. I've only had about 2 hours of gameplay with this new DLC. So test your skills. Can you unlock the new unique buildings and gain an ultimate recycling center, which I'm assuming is that building in the middle. We do have new green scenarios. Now I'm not huge on scenarios, but if you are, go for it. You got 3 new challenges that you can play on. Go green. 3 all new scenarios let you try your hand at many types of green cities. And new policies and specializations. I love this. I'll show you guys exactly how this works, and we'll go from there. Chirpex, we do have the new Chirpex unique building and official Mars radio station. It's kind of cool. I'm more excited about the Chirpex building because it's got a special feature. It's actually got like a little launch site. So I'm more excited about that than the Mars radio. So we're gonna hit got it. If you want to bring that menu back up at the top right, I believe on PlayStation it's going to be square, on Xbox it's X, push that and it'll bring it right back up so you can kind of go through it and see what else is new. Load game menus. Here we have the updated load game menu. As you guys can see, I still have City of Cold Rock, which is Season 2 of my Let's Play series. If you guys want to, go ahead and check that out. I think it turned out quite okay, if I may say so myself. In Tutorial Town, there's going to be a video coming up in the future with this interchange that you can see there. This is Westdale, the current city that I'm building on the Let's Play series. And then here, these two are where I kind of practiced with the Green Cities DLC. But essentially, let's go here, new game, new map. Just so you guys can see. Actually, while we're here, let's check out the lake, or not lake, but the maps. So here you have the Lavender Lake. That's one of the new maps. 1 out of 3. You have the Boreal theme on this one. You have Garden Rivers. I haven't even gotten into to see what these look like, or if they're nice. But then we have Eden Valley as well. So this menu changed a little bit. I believe everybody has this this menu, not necessarily the maps if you don't have the DLC, but the menu and the look of it, you should have that. So once you click next, if you're starting a new game, this is where you get to choose the options and cheats. Well, yeah, I guess you could call them cheats, right? Unlock all milestones, unlimited money, unlimited oil, and ore, and unlimited soil. So if you're thinking there's other cheats, there is not. These are the 4 cheats that they're talking about. And then Xbox, I believe, is still the only platform that does get the mods. You do have mods. You've got 22 pages of them to choose from. I may actually do a video on this as well. But that is essentially what is new here on this home screen. Down here in the bottom right where it says DLCs available for purchase, Carol's Candies and Candy, I have no idea what that is. I knew you guys asked me on YouTube. I honestly don't know what that is, and I didn't even take enough time to do any research. But you get, if you buy the DLC, Season Pass actually, not DLC, you get Green Cities, which is the DLC itself, and then a content creator pack called European Suburbia, which I'll show you guys what that does. Welcome back. So this is a little test city that I have going on right now. So I decided to kind of experiment here with the new DLC. Nothing too special or particular, but I thought it'd be cool to use this map because I've kind of got a little bit going on it already, and there's stuff actually happening as opposed to just picking a random map. So the radio station that we're listening to right now is the Mars radio. So they have redone this menu. Down here you have the option to skip commercials, which is really cool. So you don't have to hear about cheesy burgers or any of the other ridiculous commercials if you don't want them. So that's the only new radio station that we got is the Mars, nothing else. We're gonna leave it on there with commercials turned off. Let's see. Let's kind of work our way from the left of the menu here, the navigation bar and everything, to the right. So the inspector tool. Not a whole lot really changed here. The inspector tool, I don't see any changes. So you got default view, intersection. I don't think default view was actually there. well, possibly that's new, right? So nothing else there. Okay, I want to show you guys the mega menu starting here with roads. So all you have to do is push up on your D-pad and check this out. This is awesome. I love it. Before we had to scroll with the top two buttons on the controller, whereas now if you're there, you just push up and it shows you all of the available roads, right? So you even have the little road maintenance depot there alongside with the roads, but no new roads that I noticed. Everything is pretty much the same except for the new mega menu, and it works everywhere too. Everywhere but the info inspector. So we'll get through these. So let's start with we did roads. Let's do zoning and districts. I've got some districts over here pre-made. I'll show you guys what they are and how they work. One thing I'm kind of bummed is they didn't fix is snapping to the roads. We still cannot snap like we used to before the mass transit DLC. I was really hoping they would fix that, but they didn't. What they did add here is the inspect districts right in the same menu after you draw a district, so you don't have to go to the inspector, select the districts, and go the extra steps. You've got it right there, right now. These zones over here didn't change at all, so you still have low density, high density, low density commercial, industrial offices, and then the zone. We covered districts. Here we have forestry, industry, farming, or oil, and generic industry. Zero change there. Here though, we have a change. So we had tourism specialization. We also had leisure specialization. Now we have organic and local produce. So I have that here. I want to show you guys the organic and local produce buildings. So let me grab the inspector. That's these guys over here. And here's what they look like. So really cool, healthy weeds. But they look really cool. They're green. They have grass on the rooftops and whatnot. I mean, if you guys have seen the Green Cities DLC on PC, it's pretty much like that. Maybe not even pretty much. Maybe even identical. I don't know. I don't own a PC powerful enough to play the game. But really cool buildings. The idea behind it is changes commercial area to consist of buildings like organic produce shops, electrical charging stations, and such produces 50% of sold goods locally. Truck traffic in the area is reduced by 50%. So this is awesome if you guys have a very large map and you don't have a highway connection close by, but you need commercial area. You can build it there, so you don't have a whole lot of trucks coming through. Increases electricity consumption by 20%, which I never really cared about. Reduces garbage production by 20%, so that means that if you have your recycling centers or incineration plants or anything far away, they'll visit that area less often. So really cool. I really like the organic and local produce. So that's what it looks like. Oh, by the way, you can only have it on low density commercial, so there is no high density organic and local produce. Here we have office specializations. We have IT cluster. I've been waiting for this for such a long time. Check out these buildings, guys. This is the IT cluster. Look at how awesome they look and how tall they are. Compared to, say, high density, I'll get into this one. But yeah, IT cluster, we have it. I love it. Can't wait to put it in an actual city. Looking a little bit better than this, hopefully. The idea behind the IT cluster is this. IT cluster is an office specialization that changes the office buildings into high-tech buildings. However, it requires 50% less workers. So if you guys have a high jobs demand or industrial demand down below, and you want to have a lot of these buildings, they're going to cover 50% less workers. So it's not ideal if you have a large demand for industry. It does consume 30% more electricity as well, generates 30% more tax revenue. So you're not satisfying your industrial demand, but you're getting 30% more in tax revenue. And then here you just have the regular offices. This one I'm quite excited about as well. This is the self-sufficient buildings, and those are right here. Check these out. Also with a whole lot of greenery, what I like is that they're kind of the modern buildings, right? So kind of like the high-tech housing policy, but better. So really cool homes. And there we have a whole row of them. So many different buildings, I believe, including all different types of spawnable and or zonable buildings and ploppable buildings. We have 350 new assets. So really cool. Let me show you the high density self-sufficient buildings. So that's these guys right over here. Again, you can see they have a whole lot of greenery, even like on the pillars there, which makes absolutely zero sense, but that is what it is. And then on the rooftops you have like little patios and whatnot. You can you know, hang out on the rooftop, right? But they look really cool. Solar panels and whatnot as well. And I believe most of these are already level 5. Yeah. So they're as tall as they'll get. I spent a little bit of time leveling up these buildings so you guys can see what they look like. So really cool, really excited about that. And this one, just no residential specialization, meaning you can remove the effect. That is all that we have in the zoning and districts menu. Electricity, we have a couple of new things. So electricity wise, we have this solar updraft tower is what it's called. Costs 90 grand. Wow. 2,000 to 240. Upkeep per week. Noise pollution 50. So not ideal to place it next to homes, but the warmth generated by sunlight is what powers this power plant. The warm air goes up, turning the blades of fans that produce electricity. The large battery switch the buildings allow it to store electricity and not be affected by day and night. So it's a better version of the solar power plant, right? Because it'll run day and night as opposed to this one. It'll mainly run during the day. You do have the option now to use geothermal power plant in a non-winter map. So no idea why you would do that, but hey, it's there, and if you want to, go for it. The other new thing is the ocean thermal energy conversion plant, and I have that guy right over here. So that's what that looks like. And if we check it out, it costs 250,000. Huge upkeep. It produces okay as far as the power output, but the changes in water temperature allow this power plant to generate electricity. Place the plant on the shoreline. So, of course, where else would you put it, right? But pretty cool. So a couple of new options. Nothing huge to look into there, but you know, it's nice that we got something. On the water side, we have a new eco water treatment plants. That's this guy right over here. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of pollution actually. If we take a look, zero pollution actually. I didn't think that was the case, but zero pollution. Hey, you can put it anywhere you want. You do have the eco water outlet as well. So this is like the not so good version of these guys over here. Looks a little bit uglier too, but it's smaller. So if you're looking to place this in somewhere in a you know, you want a lower profile, I'd say go with that. And let's see, nothing else. Everything else is the same. Hold the phones. Geothermal heating plant. Okay. So what in the world is this? Geothermal power plant. Okay. Well, I guess you can use the geothermal power plant as well for production of electricity. Huh. Okay. All right. I stand corrected. Awesome. Hey, another power option if you want it, and go for it. Right. So you do have the option to put heating pipes in your non-winter city now, as well. Simply because you can use the geothermal heating plant as well. Garbage collector. So we have the recycling center. So I have a couple of those set up over here. Really cool. Not as big of an effect though as the regular one. So you have a garbage truck capacity of 15. Here you have 15 as well. Actually, yeah, it's much less than the incineration plant. So this one will get you 27. And let's see if we can see one of these trucks and what they look like. I know they're around here somewhere. Actually, what we can do is for now we can place another one, and I'm sure one of them is going to leave right away. There we go. So they're these green looking trucks as opposed to the white ones or the gray ones that we had before. So that is that recycling center 8,000, upkeep 240 a week. It does have about half of the capacity for trucks as the incineration plant that has 27, and it does not produce any power like the incineration plant does. So you will have to have a power source next to it because it needs to be powered. I think that's why I have those there. Lastly, in the power menu, we do have the floating garbage collector. So the idea behind this is it lessens water pollution. So if we had the normal water drain pipe set right there, you would place one of those guys to clean up the water pollution that's happening in that area. So that's really kind of how that works. While it's doing it, it is generating some power as well. Currently nothing, but it does. In the hospital tab, actually we can get the bigger menu out. We have a new building. It's the sports hall and gymnasium. I do have that placed, I believe, right here. So sports hall and gymnasium right there. Really cool building. Upkeep is kind of high. Offers citizens more exercise opportunities, giving a small health benefit to their neighborhood. So there you go with that. You do also have the community pool, which is this guy right here. Poolside fun. The community pool is a pool open for all citizens and tourists. Not only is it fun, but also raises health and people a little bit of people a little bit. And then lastly, in the health option, you do have the yoga garden, which we have hanging out right over here. Really cool looking building too. And then you can see a whole bunch of people doing yoga there. And beautiful garden for practicing yoga or just coming for a walk. Gives a small health benefit to the area around the building. I think they misspelled practicing. In any case, fire department got 0 change, so we still have the disaster services as well as the fire department. Same thing in the police tab, no change. Schools, we did. We got 3 different kinds of schools, and I have those right over here. So let's dig into those. First one is going to be the community school, which is like the elementary school that we had here, but it's called a community school now. Looks a lot nicer in my opinion. And then again, you have the greenery on top. It looks larger, but it actually houses, I believe, less students. So this one has 300, and this one has 250. So even though it's a larger building, you have less capacity in it. But I like this one a whole lot more than that one. Even though this one has a playground. Does this one have a playground? It does not. But next we have the Institute of Creative Arts, which is the equivalent of a high school. Again, it does have a lesser capacity of 800. I believe the high school has 1,000. Yep. So 250 students less. Again, a bigger building, a better looking building, but less capacity. And then lastly, we have the Modern Technology Institute. So I have them both side by side here. This one has 4,000 capacity, and this one has 4,500. So more capacity again in the older type of building, but this one just looks a hell of a lot cooler than this guy right here. So really cool to see. I'm not going to bother reading through the descriptions between the two because they both kind of serve the same purpose. That's it, nothing else there. In the transportation department, the only thing that we got new is right here, the Biofuel Bus Depot. We can check out the buses. I have a couple of bus stops here. Let's see, where you at, guy? Is this it? I believe it is because of the thingy on top. Yep, Biofuel Bus. So you can change the colors of these naturally as well, but a different looking bus. The purpose of this is to use biofuel or like propane or whatever, as opposed to regular gas. So pollution zero, noise pollution 25, less half less than the regular bus depot. And nothing else is new in the transportation. And parks, I keep forgetting to open this this bigger menu. We have a couple of new parks. Actually, we also have the option of adding a in-game tennis court now. Right there. That only that used to be an option on European maps only, so now you can do it on all others, alongside with a basketball court that you can do, I believe, on both maps now. I have not checked out the European one, so I may stand to get corrected again. And then here we have the tropical garden. I actually have one of them right over here. Really cool. It's one of those that will fit really well in your neighborhood. So even if you have the normal density or low density, it'll fit there as well. Even in high density, why not? Right there, check it out. That's one of three, I believe. The other one, or the other two, get placed on water. So here's a fishing island. Again, I have no idea how you get to the fishing island, as there is nobody there. But that's what that is. And then here you have the was it a coffee floating cafe? Yep, floating cafe. You can come over here, hang out, take one of these little boats, and hang out, drink some coffee, or just pig out on one of these loungers and enjoy the sun. So that is way actually way big. You can put those really anywhere you want, well, as long as it's on water. I didn't notice anything else that's new there. We do have unique buildings. Actually have let's start up here at the top. What is this? Spark Unicorn Park. No. Floating Gardens, that's one of them. I don't have it unlocked, so I'll look into working on that and getting that guy unlocked and placed in one of my cities. Climate Research Station is another new building that you get to, or unique building that you get to unlock. Then you have the Bird and Bee Haven. Um, yep, yeah, that's part of the Green Cities DLC. Amsterdam Palace. This was here before on the European map. However, now the landmarks that you used to be able to build only on European maps, you can now build on non-European maps as well. And I believe it's like that vice versa as well. So you do have the sports arena that we didn't have before in non-European maps, the cinema, city hall, yep, department store, the Gherkin, government offices, and the hypermarket. Oh, and the London Eye, really cool looking building. I'm actually gonna place that somewhere. How about there for now? There we go. And I believe that's it for unique buildings. Nothing else. Oh, theater. Fill 5 instances of cemetery. No, this is old. This is not new. And then you have the Chirpax launch site that I have built right over here. I believe we're ready to launch as well. We are. Launch preparation. I'm not gonna launch it just yet. We'll leave that for the end of the episode. So we ended up here on the unique buildings. There is one thing that's new in monuments, and that's the ultimate recycling plant. And here you have the ultimate recycling plant is a monument that processes all waste produced by your city. The plant creates goods and raw materials out of the waste. These products benefit your city or can be exported. Exporting is automatic if needed. So you gotta jump through a couple of hoops possibly to unlock one of these, but go for it. That is all that is new there. Landscaping, my favorite feature. Let's check it out. Tree brushes. So let's grab these nice big trees that I like. We'll go with the medium size. You can adjust the strength with the D-pad up and down, and the size left and right. So we're gonna go large. We're gonna go highest strength, and check this out. Super cool. Love it. And I love these trees too. They're awesome. I got a whole bunch of them kind of just hanging out here for practice. But to delete, you just push square on PlayStation or X on Xbox and check it out. They're all gone. If you guys are one of those people that likes to customize maps, this is going to save you a whole lot of time. Lastly, we do have unlimited soil as well, which is really cool. You do have to unlock that as one of the quote-unquote cheats, which I can see why they call it a cheat, really. But the sizes didn't change. I wish they had added a larger size here. They didn't. So, well, you see how the soil availability is just the same. So, unlimited soil is what that is. That actually helped a whole lot on this map. And flattening it out because there was some hills here and a whole lot of hills here, as you can see right there. Right. So that is actually about all. There's nothing new in disasters. No new disasters have showed up, and I don't think they should have either. Alright, now I bring you to the European section of our city. High density European section, if you will. So now in any map you can have European buildings like these ones over here. So if you want to create like a little Europe, you absolutely can. What I have over here is just a small district to kind of show off the buildings there. And let's do this districts right here, European. And how you can change that is this this first icon. If you look at kind of like towards the right of the screen, the first icon, select building style for this district. You can get in there. You can go back to default style, which point it'll destroy or demolish everything and rebuild. You do have European buildings, and then you have European suburbia. European suburbia I do have here as well, and that is what those buildings look like. Kind of cool. They remind me of buildings in Australia, or houses in Australia, not buildings. So really cool. I don't see any pools, which also is not common on European buildings. or houses. And then these ones are kind of cool. I like to surround high-tech buildings or tall buildings with kind of like the lower density buildings. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll build a block like this, but then on the inside square, like for example, this square here, the inside lane, I guess, or square or space. I'll do like low density and then high density, so then it looks a little bit different, a little bit unique, if you will. I believe I covered everything. I do have kind of like this little island going on over here with some high-tech buildings, IT cluster buildings, really. Looks kind of cool if you wanted to build something like this in your own city. Yeah. No, I didn't really forget to go over anything over here except for the TripX launch site, which I promise we are still gonna get to. And before I forget, we do have to take a look at policies. So let's go ahead and dig into that. There actually isn't a whole lot. For the Green Cities DLC, we got, I believe this is new, educational blimps. I don't think I've seen this before, or maybe it was there and I just missed it. But educational blimps, switch advertisements on blimps to be educational posters to boost education slightly, no cost. And then recycle plastic, that's also new. So recycling centers work with 20% efficiency, costs 100 per recycling center per week. So if you have multiple, add 100 to each one that you place. Taxation, there is nothing that I saw in here. So taxation stayed the same. City planning got 3 policies. Combustion engine ban, meaning you can ban gasoline cars, combustion engine cars in a particular neighborhood that you want. Electric cars, you can only allow electric cars in that particular district, and then you have filter industrial waste, meaning that industrial buildings need to filter their waste, making them pollute the ground a lot less, cost 2 cents per industrial building a week. So if you don't want all that nasty smog in your city, like all of these abandoned buildings over here, wow, you can activate that, and I believe that is it. There is nothing in events. Yeah, all of this stuff is the same as it has been before. Alright guys, I think I have covered everything except for 2 things. The Explorer mode, which we're going to get to right now, and then the TripX launch site. So Explorer mode, if you're on PlayStation, press the touchpad and it'll take you there. On Xbox, you have to go into the view, so you push the little 2 screen, like the select button, then you hold Y and you go walk. Once you go walk, you have to find a pedestrian, I believe, right? Nope. Actually, check this out. I'm learning with with you guys as well. We go walk. We're gonna come to a top of the building. Actually, let's go to this one right here. Bam. There we go. We are. I think we're at. No, let's go here. Let's go here. The tallest building in the city. Ooh, come on, where'd you go? Wow. This guy's gonna fall. But it's kind of cool. I don't think I'll be doing this much. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Oh. Oh my god, he survived. Wow. This kid, I think it's a kid. Superman. And he's got a teddy bear. How cute. Last mode is the drive mode. So let's just go here, and you can go left or right on the D-pad to select the car. Damn, this one looks nice. All right, let's go with this one. So you drive, you hold the A button for acceleration or gas. This is gonna make for some really nice cinematics. But you can drive through there. Boom. Oh no. Can we drive in the water? We can drive in the water, guys. How awesome is that? How far can we go? I think we can go as far as we want. In any case, that's one of the modes. We're gonna leave that car right there in the water. So free camera. You can now get. Oh no, free camera is just free camera. That's there's nothing else about that. But what's kind of cool is if you hit walk, you can really get into the crevices of the city and kind of go anywhere. Wow, look at that view right there. Awesome looking bridge, right? Then you got like the city in the background and whatnot. I really enjoyed this. I think it's really cool. Again, I don't think I'm gonna have a whole lot of use for it, except for if I'm doing cinematics with in the city. But that is it. I think it's about time to watch the ChirpX launch. I have not seen this done before, so this is my first time alongside with you guys. And we're gonna go ahead and end the video. Let's check that out. So we'll go into the inspector building. We'll resume the simulation. Click here to launch the rocket. Check it out. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up a little bit. Come on, rocket. There it is. There it goes. There it goes. Oh. And it's gone. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. It does help out my channel a whole lot. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to write them in the comment box below. As always, guys, be the best that you can be in everything that you do. We'll see you in the next video.